Episode 3 of Lovely Runner bursts back onto the scene like a rom-com soaked in raindrops. Sungjae and Imsol find themselves stranded in the middle of the road, drenched by the downpour, looking like they just stepped out of a dramatic movie scene. And hey, who needs a cozy cafe when you've got a soggy sidewalk, right? After the storm settles, Sungjae, in a rare moment of clarity, apologizes for his earlier confusion and vows to win that gold medal. But wait, there's more. He's also planning to spill his heart out to Imsol, with the strategic advice of his trusty wingman, hye-yoon, the self-proclaimed master of love tactics and late-night snack raids. Fast forward to the medal ceremony, where Sungjae triumphantly claims his shiny prize, mentally preparing himself for the ultimate declaration of love. He even scouts out the perfect restaurant for their date. But, of course, Imsol, ever the caring soul, mistakes his hunger for grumpiness and diverts them to another eatery, where she fusses over his well-being like a concerned mom. The way to a runner's heart is through his stomach, after all. Over dinner, Sungjae, fueled by determination and a side of kimchi, cautiously broaches the topic of Taesung, trying to gauge Imsol's true feelings. And when she vehemently denies any romantic interest, Sungjae's heart does a victory lap. Maybe, just maybe, there's a chance for him yet. As the day unfolds in a series of adorable snapshots and stolen glances, Sungjae finds himself thwarted at every turn in his quest for the perfect moment to confess. Even on the bus ride home, he's the epitome of chivalry, offering to help Imsol, only to be thwarted by the whims of timing. Back at home, hye-yoon, the eternal optimist, decides to play Cupid once more, setting the stage for Sungjae's grand confession. But alas, Imsol misreads the situation and jumps the gun, requesting to stay in the friend zone before Sungjae can even utter those three little words. Talk about a plot twist. Yet, in the midst of this comedic chaos, hope still lingers in the air. After all, as hye-yoon wisely points out, Sungjae hasn't officially faced rejection yet. There's still a chance for this rom-com to have its happily ever after, fingers crossed, umbrellas at the ready, and hearts on standby. Meanwhile, Imsol is over the moon that Sungjae is thriving, and she even got to share a meal with him. She's practically patting herself on the back for being the ultimate stan. Seriously, we're green with envy over here. The next day, Imsol sneaks into Sungjae's school, hoping to catch a glimpse of him swimming, but luck isn't on her side. Instead, she bumps into Taesung, who's suddenly caught feelings for her. Talk about a plot twist. Despite his previous rejections, it seems the tides have turned. On her way home, she gets word that Sungjae's been rushed to the hospital after an incident. Unfortunately, the doctors deliver grim news to Sungjae and his coach. He needs another surgery. His arm's in worse shape than expected, spelling the end of his swimming dreams for the next few years. Crushed, Sungjae returns home to find his dad throwing a party to celebrate his latest victory, completely unaware of the turmoil brewing within his son. Unable to find the words to express his turmoil, Sungjae lashes out at Gundeok for orchestrating his future without consulting him. The tension between them reaches a boiling point, with Sungjae even considering quitting swimming altogether. As the argument escalates, Imsol overhears, having spent the whole day searching for Sungjae. Unfortunately, Sungjae storms off, leaving Imsol at a loss for what to do next. He heads to school, packing his things with tears in his eyes, while Imsol grapples with her powerlessness to change fate. She tries marking her calendar as a futile attempt to alter destiny, only to watch the words vanish each time. Shortly after, Sungjae's dad learns of his condition and extends an olive branch, apologizing for his oversight. Sungjae, in turn, apologizes for his secrecy and they reconcile. Gundeok advises his son to proceed with the surgery and take things one step at a time. Meanwhile, Imsal crosses paths with In-hyuk at school, lashing out in frustration over the future bullying Sungjae will endure. But as they converse, Imsal is struck by a ball, triggering a flood of memories from her past life. Suddenly, she's transported back to the day her house burned down, frantically trying to reach her family. Amidst the chaos, Imsal convinces Taesung to give her a lift on his motorbike to extinguish a fire at her home, ultimately saving her family from harm. Grateful for her heroism, she offers to treat Taesung, but he misinterprets her gratitude as romantic interest. Days later, Sungjae undergoes surgery, and although Imsal doesn't make it to his bedside, she finds other ways to show her support. She delivers meals to his family and fellow patients, even shedding tears in his absence. But despite the surgery's success, the doctors paint a bleak picture for Sungjae's swimming future. A week later, Imsal arrives at Sungjae's house with a delivery, only to be met with a surprise gift from Gundeok. After downing the omega syrup, unaware of its alcoholic content, she stumbles upon Sungjae leaving his house and follows him to school. He's taken aback by her tipsy state, but finds her adorable attempt to lift his spirits endearing. He suggests they listen to music, but Imsal, drifting off, leans in too close, prompting a gentle pull away. Startled, she mistakes Sungjae for her room poster in her intoxicated haze, nearly toppling over. Seizing the moment, Sungjae confesses his feelings and Imsal, still in a daze, pleads for him to always keep smiling, promising her unwavering support. Overwhelmed by her sweet words, Sungjae draws her closer, and they share a tender kiss. The next day, Sungjae misses the bus, unable to sit with Imsal, who's nursing a hangover and grappling with fragmented memories of the previous night. Rushing to catch the next bus, Sungjae's unaware of the drama unfolding in Imsal's world. Meanwhile, Imsal discovers her iPod recorded their conversation, but before she can reach the confession and kiss, she's interrupted by Taesung's surprise proposal. Shocked, Imsal's left speechless, and even Sungjae, who's just arrived, seems taken aback. Suddenly, the watch twitches and Imsal's transported back to the future, still haunted by Sungjae's death on the news. Another time slip sends her back to the past, where she stuns everyone, including Sungjae, by saying yes to Taesung's proposal. The unexpected turn of events leaves everyone reeling.